Major Slack Videos.
Hey, welcome back to Major Slack Videos, here first stop for Express Elden Ring gameplay. This is the GODSKIN duo boss fight in the Crumbling Farum Azula. For those of you not following this walkthrough, I'm playing as a level 111 sorcerer. Let me show you the complete boss fight first with no commentary, and then afterwards I'll explain my loadout and setup, and then after that I'll replay the boss fight in slow motion and give you play-by-play commentary. Alright, roll the boss fight. Alright, to prepare, first of all, loadout. Karen Regal Scepter, Dagger with Golden Vow. In the offhand, you want the Azur's Glintstone Staff. This will allow you to cast Comet Azure faster. And as for armor, I went with the Carrion Knight armor set all the way across the board. Okay, so the helm, the armor, the gauntlets, and the greaves. Talismans, Gold Scarab, Ritual Sword Talisman, Graven School Talisman, and the Radagon icon. As for flasks, I went with, you can go with like 6 and 6, but I went with 7 and 5. But yeah, you're not gonna need that much FP. So if you're feeling nervous about this fight, yeah, go with plenty of health flasks. Alright, next you want to spend all your money. The way I spent my money was I leveled up intelligence first of all. Then the remaining money I went to the round table, and I bought, I believe, lumps of flesh. Unfortunately, I did all the preparation off camera, and then I forgot to back up my save. Otherwise, I'd be showing the exact preparation I did. So I'm showing this kind of like after the fact. Okay, and I went and bought lumps of flesh, which is good for exalted flesh, which is perfect for rock sling. That's a good thing to spend your money on. After that, with the money I had left over, I went to the Church of Ella and bought some arrows. Spent all my money. Okay, went there, bought some arrows from the merchant there, and back to the scene of the crime. Okay? The boss fight is in there. When you first start this boss fight for the first time, there's no fog door here. You want to create the fog door. So you want to put your memory of grace in an easily accessible pouch slot so you can just quickly hit it. Okay? Then you're going to enter here. Nothing's going to happen until you go into the center area here. So you're going to go down this way, all the way down. Nothing's going to happen because you haven't gone past the trigger lines yet. Down here. And then you're going to gradually inch forward until the boss fight starts. As soon as the boss fight starts, you're going to use your memory of grace. Okay, lose all runes to return to the last site of grace visited. And since you don't have any runes, or you have very little runes, it's no biggie, right? Having done that, you will now create the fog door, which is important. Okay, it's important for the strategy. Now, you come back here, to be the fog door. Alright? Next, you're going to switch your memory of grace for sleep pots and have a gold pickle foul foot ready to go, and have banished night angle ready to go, and the flask of wondrous physic. Here you're going to have a summon sign for Night Burnall. Now the strategy is, first of all, you're fighting two guys. Godskin Duo is the Godskin Apostle, the skinny guy, and Godskin Noble, the roly-poly guy, okay? Of the two, Godskin Noble is definitely more dangerous than the Godskin Apostle. And they always spawn, let me just use my bow as a pointer here. Okay, when you go through the fog door, first thing you're going to do is spawn Banished Night Angle, okay? Or Night Burnall, okay, that's your summons, okay? And you're not going to spawn Banished Night Angle, then you're going to go through the fog door, and Godskin Apostle is going to be there, the skinny guy, and that fat roly-poly guy, Godskin Noble, is going to be there. Always. That's the way it always starts. So you're going to pop in, and you're going to have your sleep pots ready. And when you tap lock on, it always locks on to Godskin Apostle there. So you're going to lock on and immediately flick your joystick. I use my mouse to flick the lock on to another enemy. Okay, so it just locks on to Godskin Apostle. Flick your mouse over till so the lock on goes to Godskin Noble, the big fat roly-poly guy. Then you're going to spam your sleep pots. You may take one for the team, you may take a few hits, but keep spamming those sleep pots at Godskin Noble until he goes to sleep. Okay? Meanwhile, Night Burnall is going to engage Godskin Apostle, always, because he comes in and he engages the closest target. So he will always engage Godskin Apostle. So having put Godskin Noble to sleep and Night Burnall is engaged Godskin Apostle, you now have a full minute to set up on Godskin Noble, because nobody's going to bump Godskin Noble out of his sleep. This is why you don't spawn Banished Night Angle, because Banished Night Angle is going to screw up everything. Okay, if you spawn Banished Night Angle as soon as you come in, he's going to get into the mix and he may attack Godskin Apostle, or he may attack Godskin Noble while just after you put him to sleep, which will immediately wake him up. So you don't want that, alright? So once again, Night Burnall, go in, lock on, switch your lock on over to Godskin Noble, spam out those sleep pots, go down this way to get way out of the radar, if you will, of Godskin Apostle, who's fighting Night Burnall. Then you got Godskin Noble here. Now you got plenty of time to set up your Comet Azure. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your Golden Vow, switch back, take your Flask of Wondrous Physic, lock on, and spam that Comet Azure on Godskin Noble. Okay, and you've got a full 15 seconds to blast him while he's asleep. And typically you could just wipe him right out. And the way it works with this boss fight is these two guys share the same boss health bar. Alright, so what you have to do to win the boss fight is you have to completely deplete the health bar. Just because you kill one or the other or both does not necessarily mean that the fight's over. Basically, you have to keep doing damage on both of them until the boss health bar is completely down, like completely depleted. Then you win the fight. Okay, so you can wipe out one and wipe out another, and there'll still be like some red left in the boss health bar. What happens at this point is they respawn. Typically, Godskin Apostle respawns first, and then Godskin Noble. And what you have to do is just keep attacking them until the health bar is completely depleted. Right, so at this point, hopefully Godskin Noble is destroyed, but he will respawn eventually. And Godskin Apostle is still busy fighting Knight Bernal. At this point, you spawn Banished Knight Angle. And now you got it made, because Banished Knight Angle is fresh, and you're working on Godskin Apostle alone. What you could do is maybe wipe out Godskin Apostle first and then spawn Banished Knight Angle. I forget what I did, but I'll show you. And then after that, just hang back. And now you got it made, because Banished Knight Angle is fresh, Knight Bernal is on the scene, you're waiting for one of them to respawn. Typically it's Godskin Apostle. Take a flask of FP, and you're just ready, waiting for whomever to spawn again. Lock on, Comet Azure. Get into trouble, roll away, let your boys take care of business, refill FP, and just keep spamming that Comet Azure until they're dead. Okay, that's the plan. Now I'm going to show you the whole fight in slow motion replay and show you the strategy in action. And I repeated this strategy about 3 or 4 times. Worked like a charm every single time. So I'm pretty confident of this strategy. Alright, let's roll the slow motion replay. Okay, here we go. Godskin Duo slow motion replay. First thing we could do is spawn Knight Bernal, the NPC summons that is available for us. And you should know by now that whenever you use an NPC summons in a boss fight, you'll give the boss 50% more health and you will earn less money. So that is one drawback of using NPC summons. But it's well worth it in this fight, because this fight is just absolutely hellacious without Knight Bernal helping you out. Because the thing is, they get up in your face right away. As soon as you go through the fog door, they get up in your face right away. Unless you take on the fight without creating the fog door. Okay, so there is Recusant Bernal ready to help us. And we're going to go in. And like I said, the first thing that's going to happen is we're going to lock on, and the game's going to lock you on to Godskin Apostle. So I lock on, see there's lock on, immediately switch the lock on over to Godskin Noble, and I dodge off to the left to avoid his, like, that little black flame ball that he does. I took one for the team here. Actually, he missed me. And I nailed Godskin Noble off in the distance with the first sleep pot. So he's asleep now. He's going to be asleep for a full minute, too. I forgot to do the Golden Vow on the dagger. Just plain forgot. So what I did here was just take the Flask of Wondrous Physic, which is going to make me have free FP for a full 15 seconds, and I just blasted him with Comet Azure. And as you see, his little health bar, that's him, he gets completely wiped out. And doing damage on him contributes to depleting the big duo health bar. So the dual health bar is half down already. Meanwhile, Knight Bernal is engaged with Godskin Apostle, and I'm just finishing off my Comet, or rather my Flask of Wondrous Physics, because I still have time left on the 15 free seconds. And refilled FP. Went after him again. Godskin Apostle is now down, but the health bar, the dual health bar, is not fully depleted. So they're going to respawn. So now I just refill FP. Now I call up Banished Knight Angle. And now it's just simply wait. These two bad boys are ready for whatever happens. Take your Gold Pickle Foul Foot now. And just hang back and let these guys take care of business. When they engage, do Comet Azure. And like I said, Banished Knight Angle is at full health. And he's just wailing away. Keep your distance. Keep blasting with Combat Azure. Eventually Godskin Noble, the big fat roly-poly, is going to spawn again. Keep your distance. Let these guys take care of business. Just a little bit of the health bar left. Pretty easy, eh? Yeah. Pretty easy. There we go. There's Godskin Noble. He got a little cheeky. Threw a black flame ball at me. Then he dodged out of the way, and I think he did a roly-poly. So now he's coming after me because he knows I'm the most dangerous thing in the room right now. He's not falling for the, oh, let's fight the Banished Knight Anvil Night Burn all thingy. Just a little bit left, and Anvil engaged him. A little more Combat Azure. Watch the duo, pardon me, the duo health bar completely depleted, and he dies. And that's it. That's the boss fight done. And we're rewarded with the Smithing Stone Minor Spell Bearing 4, which will allow us to buy as many Smithing Stones 7 and 8 as we like once we take it back to the round table. And the Ash of War Black Flame Tornado. There you go. Dead easy. It did it 3 times in a row, 3 or 4 times in a row. Worked the exact same every time. Sometimes you have to take one for the team in the beginning, where Godskin Apostle manages to get a hit in. But just keep spamming those sleep pots at Godskin Noble until he goes to sleep. And once you've got that done, then Night Burnal is going to engage Godskin Apostle, giving you time to disengage, set up, blast him with Combat Azure, and Bob's your uncle. And that's it. So, thanks a lot for watching. And if you thought this was remotely entertaining and or informative, you know what to do. Give me a thumbs up, post a comment, and most importantly, subscribe to make sure you get all my videos hot off the press. Alright, see you next time for some more Elden Ring Express. Hey guys, real walkthroughs like these are an endangered species here on YouTube. For a complete lowdown on the YouTube video game walkthrough scene, check out my Patreon page and please consider making a donation to yours truly, Major Slack, to help keep real walkthroughs alive on YouTube. You can donate as little as $1. That's $1, that's all. That's all it takes. Alright? Thanks a lot. Really appreciate it.